This video is made by Bubble Up. In this video, I'm going to teach you my 3-step strategy I use when I'm taking online courses to learn new skills. Okay, Nikki, cue the intro. Hello and welcome to the Bubble Up channel. This channel we teach you how to be more productive, creative, and organized in your everyday life. Now, after I entertain and inform the socks off you, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, but for now, put the pencil down, enjoy the information, and at the end, I'm gonna share a link to grab all the resources that I talk about in this video. If you're watching this, you're probably looking for advice and taking an online course as well. You wanna be able to get the most out of it so that you're not throwing your time or your money right out the window. Good idea. Money is better kept inside the window. Now, online courses are awesome because they give you the freedom to learn when you want. That freedom, though, does come at a cost. You have to be self-disciplined yourself in order to actually complete the course. It's no surprise then that many people fail to complete a course not because they're not interested in the topic, but because they didn't go into it with a solid plan for completion. Now, I love online courses. I always seem to be taking one. I'm taking one right now. I've experimented with many strategies for how to best take advantage of an online course, and I feel like I've perfected it down to a very good system. It's 3 simple steps that make all the difference in this, so let's get right to it. Well, it's about time. Step number 1, setting an intention. Okay, the biggest thing you can do is committing to actually completing the course. Now that may sound cheesy, and sure, I can hear it too, but the step takes about 5 minutes and you're gonna be very thankful that you did this step before you started, later when you need to look back at it and remind yourself why you're taking this thing to begin with. So it's really easy. Grab a piece of paper or write a note online. What are your reasons for taking this course? What excites you about it? Why do you want to take it? Is it bettering your career? Is it a personal accomplishment? Are you just naturally curious? Write down why you want to do this, why you want to get better at this skill or learn this new skill. Now the next thing is keep it handy. This is something you're going to refer back to. In every course I take, I always find the dip. That's where things get tough. And when the dip happens, that's when I want to go back into my journal and look at these things, like this pledge, a very important part of it. I see the reasons why I decided to take this in the first place, and it re-energizes me to actually keep going. Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember now. I am excited to learn all of this. Being able to reflect back on this commitment will help re-energize you in the current moment and get you over this hump and to the end of the course. With this as well, leave positive notes around your house or wherever you're learning at that you'll stumble across and remind you to keep going or give you a little bit of positive affirmation, all right? Put them in the bathroom, write a phone reminder, write an email to yourself, right? Put them in odd places that you'll just stumble across as you're going through your day. Honestly, it's a lot of fun, it becomes comedy, and you start taking those notes and putting them in other places. Ask your partner to put them in places for you so you don't know where to expect them. It actually becomes a fun thing that helps re-energize you and actually keeps you moving forward and progressing with the course. Step number 2, the 15-minute rule. A man who wrote stuff like 100 years ago said, "Take the first step, and your mind will mobilize all its forces to your aid. But the first essential step is that you begin. Once the battle is started, all that is within and without you will come to your assistance." I'm engaged in this online course for no less than 15 minutes, distraction-free, every day. That's it. Easy, right? Look, here's the deal. Everyone has 15 minutes a day. Ready, set, go. We don't always have 2 hours, and there's no incentive to set yourself up for failure. Failure sucks, so help yourself not fail instead. Remember, you volunteered to learn something new because this was a fun thing, right? This is a fun thing. This is a fun thing. What I'm looking for here is an easy win, something I can accomplish every single day, something that gives me a chance to fall into flow. And that last word was the key, flow. 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 If you haven't heard of flow state yet, it's that feeling you get when you're just so consumed by an activity that time just floats right by. When you lose track of time scrolling through social media, it's bad. But when it happens while you're learning something and getting into a new task, it's super good. Now, you want to find flow as much as you can, and the only way to do that is to set yourself up for opportunities to actually hit that flow state. So the whole reason for the 15-minute rule is every single day you have 15 minutes. In that 15 minutes, you're giving yourself an honest shot of hitting that flow state. And what you will find that when you hit it, time will zoom by and 15 minutes will become 30, 45 minutes, an hour, and you'll be completely consumed with the task and learning, and that is where the magic happens. Now, the last little bit about this. Notice that I didn't talk about eliminating things from your life, okay? This is a 15-minute rule. You have 15 minutes that you can find. I used to take an hour or 2 hours and try to find this spot for a course in my day. That's wrong, because I'd have to remove things. I don't want you to remove your Netflix, remove your Hulu, definitely not your chess club meeting, and absolutely not your shadow puppet meetings.
And this one is a bird.
You may just find that you're so excited to keep learning that these priorities just naturally shift with you. Or they won't. And that's okay too. Seriously, we're just humans. Take a deep breath and go easy on yourself. And step number 3, keep yourself accountable. And this is my secret weapon. And how we convinced Bubble Up to make this video. I use Bubble Up as a daily journal. Bubble Up is basically sexy cloud storage, but it has a bunch of other features attached to it that give it like 1,000 use cases. For real, I counted them all. This app is like the Swiss Army knife of productivity and organization. One being a journal. So here's what I do. I create a folder and I invite a bunch of my friends and family into it. These are my cheerleaders. Then I make a few folders to start. I organize them by day. I'll stick my commitment letter and other resources that help people that just came in understand what's going on here. Each day in one of the folders, I'll write a note. It's like my little journal entry. It's my tweet. It's my little bit that explains stuff. And then if there's something that goes along with it to help describe it, I'll put that in there. Images, or I'm currently learning how to animate cartoon characters. So I'll do screen records and I'll record myself drawing and explain the process and where we're at in it and what I think of the course. And it's just a journal every day to just keep me accountable and to show everybody what I'm doing. Your cheerleaders are gonna enjoy this. They're gonna look at it, they're gonna comment, they're gonna react to it, and they're gonna cheer you on. They might even find inspiration to learn something new as well. In my experience, this Bubble Up folder becomes a powerful tool during the dip phase.
What, like Chip Dip?
No, not chip dip. The dip happens after a bit of time going through the course, the excitement level kind of wears off, and it begins to feel, well, like work. Well, that doesn't sound like fun anymore. It doesn't feel like fun at this spot, and this is where most people quit. But this is where this Bubble Up folder comes in handy. Ah, I see. This is where he brings it back full circle. Open up your folder and read your past entries. See how far you've come. Check out the comments and see people supporting and rooting you on. Look at their reaction. This is all going to remind you how far you've come so that you can keep moving forward to get to the end of the course. I can do this! And that's really it. That's how I get to the end of completing courses. The strategy works well, and I think it's gonna help you too. If you wanna see an example of the last step, I'm currently in a Udemy class learning how to create cartoon characters with my iPad. And there's a link to enter that folder in the description below. It's free to set up Bubble Up, and all the resources inside of my folder are free as well, so don't worry about that. Honestly, the templates did take like an hour or 2 to make, and they're free for you. What do you say we call it even with a little like on this video right now? Capiche? Inside the folder, you'll see resources for you. You'll also see my commitment letter, and you'll see a template so you can create your commitment letter. Also, you are now one of my cheerleaders, so feel free to look back in the days and add comments as well, and let me know how you came here, and please cheer me on to the finish line. Hey, save your judgment. I'm obviously just a student here. Now, I'd love to know in the comments below, what skill are you going out to learn as well? I want to know what other people are learning, and I promise to reply to anyone that writes. And lastly, as promised in the first minute there, I am asking you to subscribe. If you like productivity, creativity, and organization hacks, that's what this channel is about. That's what Bubble Up's tool helps with, and that is what we are subject matter experts on. So please feel free to subscribe, stick around, and share with your friends if you find these videos entertaining. Okay, Wade, time to say goodbye now. All right, he's so pushy. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video when we take on Valentine's Day. Bye!